Hey there, homie, I heard you like leaks. Ah! What is up, guys, and welcome to what could be the final Legends Arceus preview speculation video. It is no surprise at this point that Legends Arceus has leaked. Someone out there's got the game, and they've been posting spoilers all over Twitter, and I'm not looking at any of that. A while ago, I decided to stop covering leaks for Pokemon games, at least specifically for the main series titles, because I want to go into it as blind as possible and just experience it for myself, like all of the new forms and Pokemon that might be in it, and especially for Legends Arceus, because we've got Hisuian forms and even new evolution for Pokemon from past generations. I want to go in there with as much surprises as possible and just see them for myself in the game. So from now until the game releases, I'm going to try to stay off Twitter and probably YouTube comments too, just out of fear that someone's going to spoil something for me. Though I guess reading text isn't as bad as like seeing an image of a potential evolution or something. I don't want to see none of that, okay? I only cover the official trailers and rumors and stuff, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. I'm going to do a little bit of a recap of all the news that's been released so far, as well as some of the rumors that I've yet to talk about and speculate on what I think will be happening in Legends Arceus and the forms that we haven't seen revealed yet. Now, I think the main thing everyone's been wanting to know is, will there be new starter evolutions? I did a video about that like way back, predicting that the starter Pokemon will be getting completely new split evolutions, or I guess Hisuian forms. I think they're going to be like new Pokemon entirely. So in every other region, Rowlet evolves into Decidueye, but in Hisui, it'll have a new split evolution. And the same goes for Typhlosion and Oshawott. My dude Fakey on Twitter, who I've covered a bunch of his concepts before, recently posted this what if, where I guess he made 3D models for some of the starter evolutions integrated into Legends Arceus screenshots, and people just ate it up online, of course. The guy's name is Fakey, like they're clearly Fakemon, but I think they look awesome, especially Samurott was always my favorite. I really hope that this is somewhat what the actual new evolution for Oshawott looks like, standing on two legs, looking like a badass. Oh man, this Typhlosion actually looks so cool, and I hope they do some type of dragon-like design for the new Typhlosion here called Tyfury. Unrelated to Legends Arceus, but this man's actually developing his own region. I guess Agrios might be the region or just the form names, but Numel is actually a Pokemon I thought would be interesting to get a Hisuian form as well. Being a region with a big volcano in the middle, Camerupt having a volcano on its back, I guess Macargo as well. Both of those I feel like could be good candidates for Hisuian forms, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about next. I want to fill in the blanks and try to figure out what the rest of the Hisuian forms will be in the games. So in the last gameplay preview, we got a pretty good look at the map of Hisui and how it's going to be divided. We might have even seen it before the last preview, but that's when I really took notice of it. Each section of the map has one noble Pokemon, and each of those noble Pokemon has a warden, which for Kleavor we know is this little dude, Liam I think was his name, who totally looks like a descendant of Clay with that big ol' hat. And you can see on his wrist there, he's got Kleavor with a nice little yellow background to show the color of the Pokemon that he takes care of, or like he's the warden of. It's the same for all the other wardens we've seen. We've got Mai here with her little Wordeer bracelet, and you can see the background is white like Wordeer. Iskon has got his bracelet, which you can't see fully, but you know it's Basculegion, and then it's got the same color to match Basculegion's scales. And then finally, we've got Arezu, who is purposefully hiding her little logo, so we can't tell exactly what her noble Pokemon is going to be, but we know that it is going to be green. And so a lot of people have speculated that it has to be a grass-type Pokemon or a Pokemon that's already green. We know that it is at least a certain lady Pokemon, and so I started doing a little bit of research into female-exclusive Pokemon, and specifically grass-type ones, and there is one Pokemon I think is a really solid candidate to be Arezu's noble. And that is Lilligant, a grass-type Pokemon that can only be found female and evolves by Sunstone. So I feel that there's a lot of potential there for a Hisuian form slash new evolution, because it's sort of seen as a counterpart to Whimsicott. I feel like Lilligant could get a similar treatment with a Hisuian form or evolution where it becomes a dual type, and maybe even the first ever grass and fire type. Fire and grass is something a lot of people have wanted for a while, and I feel like Lilligant perfectly fits this theme, evolving with a Sunstone and having that like big flower on its head. I feel like he could do something, and it does fit with Arezu's wristband, like I said, being green. Or it could be Jinx, the most ladylike Pokemon I know, and another candidate that I feel should get a Hisuian form because, of course, Mr. Mime with the Galarian form or turn into Mr. Rhyme or devolved into it, Jinx could also get a Hisuian form and a new evolution. Now, Arezu's wristband isn't the only clue that we get to other potential noble Pokemon. We've also got basically all of Mai's getup here, like her clothing or robe or whatever design here. You can see that she's actually got a Stantler as well as an Ursaring. And from the moment this character was revealed in all the other Wardens, I thought this has to be some kind of hint because her robes are the only ones that are like decorated this way. And specifically in all of the trailers, they made sure to hide the other two sort of designs that she's got going there. There's actually one specific frame where we can see a little bit more of it. Not much, but there is a small round white silhouette in the corner, and it doesn't exactly look like Hisuian Braviary or any of the other noble Pokemon revealed. Like it could be Basculegion, and those are the waves representing water ride Pokemon, but yeah, I don't really see Basculegion from that little bit that's poking out. So this could also be a completely new Hisuian form, which I'm gonna say is Hisuian Quillfish. Another big rumor that's been going around, I think it started from Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl actually, where in Canalave City there is apparently a book that tells the tale of a prince and his Pokemon, and it mentions Buizel, Mantike, and Quillfish specifically with giant spikes. I feel like this one's a bit of a stretch, like it mentioning the giant spikes could literally be nothing, but if we're going with rumors and speculation online, then yeah, a Quillfish form could totally be a thing, and it is a Pokemon that is very easily forgotten, definitely needs some love, so a Hisuian form or a new evolution for Quillfish would be very much welcome, and my prediction for it would be a Steel and Poison type, and a couple of people have had a similar idea for it, being basically a sea mine, similar to Galarian Stunfisk, which was like a bear trap on the ground. Quillfish could be the same, but underwater, and I don't know if there's really going to be underwater segments in Legends Arceus, but if there are, that could totally be the noble Pokemon that's like lurking down underwater. You could just have a giant landmine Quillfish with humongous metal spikes poking out of it. And there have been quite a lot of rumors of Ursaring also getting a new evolution in these games, hence why she's got Ursaring there on her shoulder. Now that would be super badass. Ursaring was the original bear Pokemon and still maybe my favorite. Ursaring would be the first bear Pokemon to have a third stage evolution if that was the case, and being the original one, I feel it's kind of fitting. There was even a Fakemon animation by MD where Teddy Ursa evolves into Ursa Void in Legends Arceus. Obviously not totally animated there, looks a little bit stiff, but I like the design, especially in that artwork. It looks so cool and is going to be a normal ghost type, which obviously we've now got Hisuian Zoroark officially revealed as a normal ghost, so I don't think that's what our Ursaring evolution is going to be, unfortunately. Instead, I'm going to predict that it will be a normal and steel type, another unused type combination, as in we don't have any Pokemon that's normal and steel type in existence right now. And I could totally imagine Ursaring's claws just growing out of control to the point where they're like just big metal spikes, and that could even play into it being a ride Pokemon, because that's also a sort of speculation going around. But people are wondering what would be the difference between Wordeer, who just basically is your bike in this game, carrying you around the region quickly on the land, and then Ursaring, which would play a similar function. I mean, it's just a bear, so if it does become a normal steel type and has those big claws, I could actually see it being a digger kind of Pokemon, where it helps you burrow underground or through mountains to fast travel from one area to another, going through these underground tunnels. But that still leaves the final piece of the puzzle, the little grass flower looking thing on her ankle. And based off the fact that we see very clearly green leaves, I'm gonna say this actually corresponds to Lilligant's new evolution slash Hisuian form, which I don't think would really be a ride Pokemon, but it just seems fitting with what I've already predicted before. So I'm gonna say it is indeed confirming regional variant for Lilligant. So that's gonna be my prediction for the final noble Pokemon, at least judging by Mai's clothes here. But we have one more noble Pokemon slash new form. From one of these screenshots I covered a long time ago, we saw that there is some kind of mountain climbing ride Pokemon. I believe in my original video, I speculated it was going to be a new form of Sneasel or Weavile or some kind of new Hisuian evolution. And that's still what I'm sticking by. I feel that if they were only to change one type, actually I could see it being a rock and dark type instead, kind of like Tyranitar, but maybe more on the speedy side instead of bulky. But there's been a new rendition of it roaming around by Drake, and even a 3D model to go along with it, which just looks hilarious. Like, clearly this is not real, by the way. Could fool some people. Seems this man's covered all of the Pokemon that I just talked about. Quillfish being dark and poison instead. We've got Hilligant as a grass and fighting. That would definitely be interesting. I think I would prefer the grass and fire, so we have another unused type combination covered. And then a normal and not loading type. Onikursa as a new evolution or split evolution of Ursaring. Normal ground. I could see working as well with my little idea of it being the digging ride Pokemon, because, you know, ground type digs underground, but we do already have Diggersby as normal ground, so I would prefer if they start filling out those unused type combinations. Normal Steel is one of the few remaining ones for normal type pairings, as long as it's not normal fighting, because you don't want to steal Beware's Thunder. That thing is terrifying. If there are indeed 10 noble Pokemon, that would leave 2 more to speculate on. And the final rumor that I've heard a lot, and I don't know exactly where it came from again, but it is for a Hisuian Goodra and Gumi evolution, which I could definitely see being one of the final noble Pokemon you encounter, being like a pseudo-legendary and dragon type, that is, if it remains dragon type in its new form, or even Hisuian Arcanine. That's already known to be a fire and rock type, which totally fits with the Volcano. So you know what, I'm gonna say that's actually the final noble Pokemon, and then we'll put in Hisuian Goodra in one of these other areas for a total of 10 noble Pokemon. Those are going to be my predictions. We'll see how many of them end up coming true. Maybe some of you already know how many of those I've got right or wrong, because like I said, the leaks are out there, but I'm being careful to dodge out and not see nothing. And I don't really know if there's going to be any more trailers. I feel like it's a little bit late now, but then again, I believe for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, we got one final trailer just like 3 days before the game actually released. They revealed Ultra Necrozma, which I felt was a little unnecessary. Like, they could have just left that a secret, but I could totally see them pulling something similar here with Legends Arceus and revealing the starter evolutions right before the games come out as like the final kind of draw-in for people that still aren't sure if they want to get them. Just throw the starter evolutions out there and everyone's going to buy the game. So I'm going to predict that will be the final trailer. So if that does happen, I'll see you guys then. Otherwise, I'll just be here in my tropical Alolan shirt in the middle of January until Pokemon Legends comes out in just a week and a half.